Hello and welcome to the Reaper channel. So I'm about to review the two newest heroes in the Super Elemental Portal. We are looking at Achillea, who is the newest slime hero, and costume Zuni, who is the newest Super Elemental to receive a costume. So first let's dive into Achillea. Of the nature element, is a fighter, so receives the Master Revive talent, 30% chance to revive when taking a fatal attack. If revive, then she will receive plus 25% attack for 2 turns. Slime family gets a 1-2-3 bonus on Mega Minions, Mega Fiends, and Fiends summoned by allies. They get a 10%, 15%, 20% bonus on attack. Slime minion split. If this character loses more than 25% of max health at once, they summon a slime mega minion for themselves with 50% health points and 40% attack. Slime minion upon defeat. When this character is defeated, they summon a slime mega minion to nearby allies with 50% health points and 40% attack inherited from the character. Achillea has the Rage Ether power, so at the start of each battle, this hero gets plus 15% attack and a further 1% increase every time they are hit during 6 turns, up to plus 25% attack. Max stats and max power view are running at 1976 attack, 1763 defense, 3111 health. So her attack is high, her health is high, and her defense is running pretty solid at 1763. I really like those stats. Squish Squash is the name of her special skill. Running at fast mana speed, deals 310% damage to the target and nearby enemies. The target and nearby enemies receive Devouring Goo status element for 4 turns. Devouring Goo removes all dispellable buffs and growth effects, deals 100 damage per turn and 100 damage per each removed effect. The caster and nearby allies counterattack with 95% of the damage received for 4 turns. The counterattack damage increases by 10% each turn, up to plus 135% counterattack. That plus 135 number is actually pretty good. All in all, I really like Achillea. If I was to pull her, I probably would ascend her, but I probably wouldn't put her at the forefront of my priority list. Alright, moving on to costume Zuni. The nature element is a sorcerer, so receives the Master Delay talent. If this character dealt any damage by the end of its turn, 15% chance to activate a mana cut of 50% for 2 turns, or a mana drop on generation by 50% for 2 turns. The target also will receive minus 20% attack for 2 turns. So I actually like that. That's kind of a injury to insult type of talent. Honestly, I really like costume Zuni. Gets the troop mastery passive, so troops will deal an additional plus 100% damage and receive minus 10% damage on defense. This passive here, to resist ice elements, is only available. It only becomes unlocked with the costume. So the base won't have that if you don't have the costume. The character is immune to status elements and negative stacks cast by ice characters. Alright. Zuni's going to get the attack up ether power, so plus 20% attack for 6 turns and running at fast mana speed. Zuni is going to fire off with that plus 20% attack. That'll run you at 320% damage to the target. Now, I really like... Actually, that was his base. His costume's going to get the dodge ether talent. Excuse me for that. Plus 20% chance to dodge. I knew something didn't sound right. Plus 20% chance to dodge special skills that deal damage for 6 turns. At fast mana speed, hoverboard crash is the name of the special skill. Deals 500% damage to the target. The attack bypasses defensive buffs. If the target is of the ice element, deals 300% damage to all other enemies. So if there's a ice enemy in that battle, target that ice enemy and it will deal 500% damage to the ice target, and then 300% damage to all other enemies that are alive on that battlefield or on that board. Hit enemies get minus 39% attack for 3 turns. Against ice characters, this status effect becomes uncleansable and lasts 2 turns longer. Hit enemies get minus 39% defense for 3 turns. Against ice characters, this status effect becomes uncleansable and lasts 2 turns longer. So just about everyone knows in Empires and Puzzles, 5 or 6 turns can seem like a lifetime in a match. So I like the extenuation and it becoming uncleansable against ice characters. It's actually pretty good. At 500% damage at 1887 attack stat is going to be pretty good. The stats at 1887, 1701 defense, 3294 health. Those are all really good stats. If I was to pull Zuni out, I would probably put him in my top 3 to ascend and on my priority list. I really like this costume, and hopefully I can pull this costume soon. I would like to shift the focus real quick though. I want to look at these percentages here. For anyone who is considering chasing in this portal, please keep in mind that there is a 0.1% chance to pull a legendary event nature hero, and there is a 0.5% chance to pull a legendary featured nature hero. So the percentages aren't very good in this portal, so I myself probably won't be chasing in this portal. The legendary hero of the month, Cordelia, has a better percentage of being pulled than anyone in there. More than 2 times the percentage of a legendary featured hero. So yeah, but honestly, both of them are worth ascending if you were to pull them. So thanks for watching the Reaper channel. Please hit that subscribe button.